President Donald Trump just dropped a blunt warning to Iran. Reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or by Tuesday, face a brutal attack. This critical checkpoint handles 20% of global oil. And one wrong move, your gas price spike might happen again. The closure of this crucial waterway has already sent global energy prices soaring across the globe and strained U.S. consumers, raising fears about a broader conflict with significant economic and geopolitical consequences. On Easter Sunday, the president posted this message on Truth Social. And to paraphrase, he said Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it, he said. He urged them to open the strait and said, just watch, or else you'll be, quote, living in hell. The president not being in front of cameras for several days in the midst of operations to recover a downed pilot who was in Iran, he did get in front of cameras outside of an Easter egg roll at the White House. He was asked by reporters about his strong language toward Iran on social media.
Only to make my point, I think you've heard it before. And you know, the people there now are much more reasonable than the lunatics that you had in phase one and phase two. They were lunatics. The people that we're negotiating with now on behalf of Iran are much more reasonable. You can call it what you want, but I call it regime change, and I think most people are giving us credit for that. The first regime was taken out, the second regime was taken out. Now the third group of people that we're dealing with is not as radicalized, and we think they're actually much smarter.
Now, weeks into this ongoing conflict, the president was also asked about the Iranian citizens on the ground and their sentiments towards the United States military operations there.
The Iranian people, when they don't hear bombs go off, they're upset. They want to hear bombs because they want to be free. If they protest, if they go out in the streets, they will be immediately shot. They don't have guns. You know, we sent some guns, but the group that was supposed to give, which I said would happen to my people, I said it, I called it exactly. We sent guns, a lot of guns. They were supposed to go to the people so they could fight back against these thugs. You know what happened? The people that they sent them to kept them because they said, what a beautiful gun, I think I'll keep it. So I'm very upset with a certain group of people, and they're going to pay a big price for that. But the Iranian people will fight back as soon as they know they're not going to be shot and as soon as they can get weapons.
Now, the president does hold a news conference later in the day where he's expected to be asked a ton more questions. But First Lady Melania Trump, there with the president at that White House Easter egg roll, asked by reporters what her message is for children in war-torn areas during this conflict.
All of this is happening for their future, so they will be safe in years to come.
We're keeping them as safe as we can possibly keep them. But we're fighting for their parents, their grandparents. We're fighting for them. We're fighting for their future. Hopefully it can be over with quickly. Again, there are lots of different alternatives. We have many alternatives. We could leave right now, and it would take them 15 years to rebuild what they have. We could leave right now. But I want to finish it up. Iran, ready, cannot have a nuclear weapon. They are lunatics, and you can't put nuclear weapons in the hands of a lunatic. Thank you very much.
Now, since the start of the conflict at the end of February, U.S. gas prices have climbed about $1 or more per gallon, with the national average recently hitting $4.11 per gallon. And with U.S. military operations costing an estimated $1 billion per day, analysts have said a prolonged war could drive a significant increase in defense spending and further impact the federal budget. We'll definitely keep you posted on that ongoing and developing story at thecentersquare.com.